Everyone, haven't seen the last one. Haven't seen the last one yet.
Well, what are you doing?
The last one was a
It's
good
been
one.
like our most successful one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, take that.
Okay.
All right.
He'll get around to it.
I'll get with the program here. All right.
If you haven't seen, or if you've seen the
I
episodes,
actually haven't seen them at all. I listened to them.
you listen to them. Well,
Yeah.
if you've listened to them, you know that we're not experts. We're not at all. What's the word I'm looking for?
You're not professional.
That's what the word I was looking for. See, this is why that's good. Dad's here.
You're not media professionals. That's
right. We're not.
I don't have to watch a
qualified.
podcast. I don't have to watch a podcast to figure that out.
We're not qualified to do interviews. We're just going to have a conversation with our dad, dad and two sons having a convo. But I think people are going to love it. So, Trav, why don't you lead it off?
Let's lead it off. Our first segment, Pops, is the Super Bowl questions that we just have to ask you, bud.
Go ahead.
And so we've known for about a week now that we're going to be playing in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 56?
7.
How do you not know? 7, Travis. Can you read
I've-
Roman numerals?
The 5 is a V, so I haven't seen it yet.
It's LVII.
Nice. Well, that would be 57.
What's LIIV?
52.
3.
Dad?
53.
There we go.
53.
Pops is here. That's why we got Dad here.
All right. You can have that one. Pops, how's the last week been for you since you found out we were going to the Super Bowl? It's been crazy.
It's been fun. It's been crazy. It's been. I have had a little taste of how your phones get blown up.
Oh yeah.
That is with text messages and emails and calls. I now understand why you do not answer.
How do
your
you do
phones.
it? Yeah, I was about to say how you deal with it. How do you deal with it?
What do I do now? I don't answer my phone now.
Dad, you have to at least get
Well,
back.
I'll tell you what I do is I get back to people that I've talked to in the past. That is John, a couple of writers, like even John Kosich is one of them. Got back with John a couple of times. Certainly talked to Andy Baskin. Talked with the radio show there.
So you're mostly talking about just media requests and people wanting to, get you on their shows and stuff
I
like
don't.
that. Or?
Yeah, I've heard from cousins. I thought I died.
Well, thank God they're not, and they reached out to let you know they're here.
I'm hearing from people I haven't heard from 50 years.
Who's your favorite person you've heard from?
The favorite person I've heard from, I sat down with Sam Farmer last Tuesday.
Okay.
Who in the fuck?
Who's Sam Farmer?
Sam Farmer is a sports writer for the LA Times. He is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame as a football writer.
Oh wow.
This is a guy. This is a top level guy. He's a sharp guy. Had a great time. Had a great visit with him.
What'd you guys talk about?
We talked about you guys.
No.
And
Figures.
and the whole and the whole football thing. After that, it's always fun to talk to PJ. PJ Ziegler is a sports journalist, on-air journalist at the Fox 8 Cleveland, which was the local news.
Always going to show that love to.
Always love the local guys. Always love talking to the local guys.
I'll tell you what, people didn't. I mean, we got to let everybody know. Mom had the communications degree, but you actually had a journalist career there for a journal. Is it the journalist? Yeah, journalist career there for a second.
What are you talking about?
He came out with a few articles. He would always have it. He would always have his blog. Yeah, you did the one piece on recruiting.
Well, no, that's just a story I wrote and posted it on. That's part of a book that I've never finished, called "Somebody to Grow Up With" about YouTube, which I got to get off my butt and finish that one of these days.
Right on.
And I would put that on the website when I actually did something with fogdad.com.
Fogdad.
Yeah.
You got to let everybody know what Fogdad is now, Pops.
Fine old gentleman dad.
No.
Hey, okay, fucking old guy dad. There you go. Every club had a fog team. The fog team was the guys over 30 who were still playing rugby.
Oh really?
So we're the Fogs. You're a Fog Dad now, Jason.
We're Fogs now.
Jason.
Yeah, that's right.
Holy cow!
You're a Fog Dad.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking
And
old guy.
I thought the entire time it was Fat Old Guy.
That's what I thought. I really did. I thought it was fat
now
old guy too.
You're literally a fog dad. Easy, Pops.
I'm a fog dad regardless.
Regardless.
The fat old guy. That's good. I got to remember.
I'm just a fog.
Yeah,
Pops.
they would always try to clean up, say, fine old gentleman. And
Well,
in reality, he's fucking old guy.
Yeah, we all know that's not necessarily true. Pops, who are you rooting for?
Yeah, now that we're here,
Kelsey.
who are you rooting for?
Who are you
Kelsey?
rooting for?
Okay.
Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Nice.
Well-
Okay, but there's two teams, so
We'll be here
gotta
all
pick
day well, then we're going to be here a long time while you try and get that.
All right, we're in a battle to the death. One of us has to survive. Who are you rooting for?
Both of you. I don't.
Both of
I
us?
don't. I'm going to go.
both of us
I'm
to
gonna go-
fucking die?
No,
both of us to
you,
die.
Both of you to win. I'm going to go the Captain Kirk route.
The Captain
I don't
Kirk?
believe in no-win situations.
Gosh, that's good.
That's
pretty
from
good.
Star Trek. James C. Yeah. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
no, way
yeah.
way over my head for sure.
Yeah, I know. Go on.
Jason's gonna lie to you and say he knows what he's talking about.
Well, I know who Captain Kirk is. I don't remember the specific situation we're
Oh,
talking about here.
no, this is from like 1967.
Yeah, Jason, you don't know.
This is from the TV show. This isn't from
All I'm
the
saying is
movies.
I know. Yeah, I'm not a Trekkie. Do you know what a Trekkie is, Trev?
Trekkie? Mm-hmm. I would say the cult that follows Star Wars.
Oh,
Star Trek,
don't get
Star
Star,
Trek.
Wars
Exactly.
and Star Trek
See?
mixed
Look
up.
at this guy. He's all over the place.
Let me put my glasses on.
All right, next question.
Pops, thank you for getting us to move on. We know a lot of the media has been at you to get you to talk about the Kelsey Bowl that is to come. So let's get these out of the way.
Okay, go.
We've already asked you who the favorite is, and you said me, which I love you for that. But who are you talking to first after the game? The winner or the loser?
Probably the loser.
You have any reason for that, or?
Somebody's going to feel pretty crummy,
Yeah.
and I want to be with them initially.
Yeah, Trav said that, Mom can't lose. But actually, Mom is going to lose, and you're going to lose, right? There's going to be a winning and a
No.
losing? No?
No, one of you guys are going to lose.
So you're not going to lose with one of us? You're only
No,
going with the winner?
I have already won, dude.
You've won what?
I'm on the most popular podcast in sports with my
That's
son.
right, number one sports podcast in the world.
I've already fucking won, okay? All the rest of this is just window dressing, all right? You're never going to get the answer you want if we're going to talk about winning and losing the Super Bowl.
All right, well, Mom said we're bad losers. Is that true?
I think you both take it to heart. I don't think you're bad losers. I think you feel for each teammate. I think regardless of your performance on the field, which is generally stellar, you come off of a loss, and the first person you're blaming is you're blaming yourselves.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that makes us proud.
Yeah.
That you recognize that this is
You instilled it. I know you instilled it in me. I'm sure Jason has stories like this, but I remember growing up, always whenever I had a great game, it was a good game, but you could do better.
Yeah,
It was always taking it up a notch. I remember feeling like I had the best game of my life, hit a home run to win the game or something like that. And like, yeah, it was exciting. But those first two at bats, you got to lock in, son.
Can't hit it if you don't see it. Yeah. Well, the biggest room is a room for improvement.
Right on, brother.
I also remember doing really well in a game. You're like, Dad, didn't I do good? And you're like, stop seeking praise. I forget what exactly you said, but you're not a fan of
Validation.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you doing that, but I don't know why I added that, but it felt like.
Did you know there's a petition to get Mom to do the coin flip? Have you heard about this?
I've heard rumors.
It's nationwide.
Well, good. Run her out there, flip the coin.
Do you think Mom can flip a coin?
I was about to say something.
This is you got a better chance to get me to pick a winner than to enter this conversation.
Well said. Jason, take us to our next one.
All right, we're going to talk growing up, Dad.
I fully intend to.
Okay, let's talk about you growing up. Where are you from? Family background. Let's just give like a quick high-level overview of Ed Kelce's life.
The oldest of two children, grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, a neighborhood called Collinwood, which was home to the Collinwood Railroaders. And they were railroaders because this was a huge rail yard where traffic between Chicago and New York, Mobile and Detroit all passed through Cleveland and those yards. Yeah. Blue-collar town, blue-collar part of Cleveland. Great neighborhood. It was a lot of fun.
Went to one of the biggest high schools in Northeast Ohio at the time, St. Joe's, and also had a year in college, right?
I probably had a year in credits. It wasn't all 1 year in college.
Okay.
And what college?
I did a quarter and a half at Ohio State.
Ohio State?
The Ohio State, yeah.
Dad was a Buckeye, man.
Ran out of money, had to come home. Among some other problems that we're not going to divulge here. Went to Tri-C for, I think I've got someplace around a year and a half of credits, someplace between Ohio State, Cleveland State University, and Tri-C.
What did you do after college?
I started out working in a lab in a foundry. That is, rather than actually working in the production of the steel castings, I would be taking samples and taking them back to the lab and analyzing. And of course, we didn't have the machines they've got now to do it. Everything you do was wet chemistry. So you'd have, if you're gonna test a particular heat of steel, you might have 30 different beakers with little bits that you're dissolving, and you're going to put different reagents in there and see how it reacts and all that. So started out at that. They started doing some physical testing of steels, things like that.
The steel mill. That's where you ended up. For the most part of our life, the steel mill was where you worked. Yeah. So where'd you meet Mom?
Time out. Weren't you in the Coast Guard? Didn't you do the Coast Guard?
Well, I did the Coast Guard. I tried to join. First, I tried to join the Marines.
They didn't let you in?
No, because of my knees.
What was wrong with your knees?
Because I had the cartilage taken out of my
knees. New knees.
Had the cartilage taken out of my left knee.
And that was when you were playing high school football, right?
That was high school football. And they said, no, we're not doing this. Then I went to the Army and tried to enlist in the Army. Now you got to remember, everybody in my family prior to me was in the service. I mean, but we're also talking about everybody in my family lived through World War II. Okay, so that's what everybody did because of the big one. Yeah,
sure.
I got a little pissed off actually at the recruiter's office with the Army because I told you got people going to Canada to keep from getting drafted, and I'm here offering to come in. And I had some grizzled old sergeant just chew me out about, what am I going to tell the mother of the guy that dies trying to carry your big ass out of there because you can't walk? A legitimate point he had.
Fair point.
And he says, you want to serve your country? You ought to be in the service. You could try the Navy or Coast Guard. I'd recommend the Coast Guard. The Navy's going to give you shit about your knees too, about your knee. There was only the left knee at that point.
Yeah.
And I enlisted in the Coast Guard, and the Crohn's reared up. I'd never had that before.
Yeah.
And I was sick. I went through most of basic training with some severe gastrointestinal
This entire time,
issues.
I thought you flanked your way out of it.
Well, I didn't serve.
I thought I got the flanking from you.
No. If you're sick, they don't need sick people in the service. They need people that are ready to perform.
I do remember they taught you one thing really well. You were the best floater I've ever seen in a body.
You did know how to float.
I mean, was it not impressive?
I
still don't know how you did that. It was like flat as a board, everything up on top of the water.
Well, not everything. What you actually did was you take a deep breath and you just let your arms and your legs hang down. And no, you don't. You have your arms in front of your legs are hanging down.
Yeah.
And when you have to take a breath again,
Yeah.
You kick your legs, push your hands down,
Yep.
and you rise up, take a breath, and go back down.
Yeah.
To get through basic training, you had to do that for an hour.
An hour.
What?
And
That's a lot of
there are
fun.
reports of people doing that,
Are you in
hours
the
on
ocean or in a
end.
pool?
No, we were doing it in the pool. But I mean, the training is because that's what you do in the ocean. If you don't have, you're dumped in the water and you don't have a life vest.
Yeah.
You do drown. It was called drown proofing is what it was called.
How long could you do that for, you think?
I don't know.
You made it at least an hour, though.
No, I didn't do a whole hour because I didn't get that far along in the
Gotcha.
training. I probably did probably did 20 minutes, 10, 20 minutes, something like that.
Well, I think you would have passed.
They didn't send you out there to do that for an hour right off the bat. You had to do a few times. You had to perfect the process.
Growing up, I thought you were the most least dense man that I had ever met in my life because you were just rising. You were just sitting right there at the top the entire time. It was impressive. Where did you meet Mom? That's what we're getting.
Fagans,
baby.
Fagans
bar in the
was
flats.
not around you. Yeah, Fagans was one of.
Ed's voice was deep, steady, and unexpectedly warm. It wasn't the polished voice of a professional presenter. He read each line slowly, almost as if he were afraid that rushing might cause him to miss something important. Taylor, I'm not sure I'll ever get the chance to send you this letter. So I'm writing it as though I'm speaking to an imaginary version of you, the Taylor I see on television, on stage, and in all those behind-the-scenes videos fans record and share online. Taylor slowly raised her hand to her mouth. Hearing Travis call her simply Taylor, in such an intimate and vulnerable way made her lips tremble. She had never heard him describe their early relationship with such carefully chosen words. Ed continued, "You're this big, clumsy football player's complete opposite. When people see me, they think about the collisions, the cheers, the catches, and those ridiculous celebrations. But you're an entire universe. You're the lyrics millions of people know by heart. You're the tours people travel across the world to attend. You're the sleepless nights in the studio, the awards, the rumors, the headlines, and the endless attention." Taylor let out a quiet laugh, one filled with emotion because every word felt painfully accurate. "I think there was a huge distance between our worlds, a space filled with cameras, flashing lights, and microphones. And then one day, I became the idiot who decided to throw a friendship bracelet onto your stage. The entire world thought I was crazy. Honestly, maybe they were right." Travis immediately covered his face with both hands. "Oh my God. Dad actually read the whole thing," he groaned. Jason burst into laughter. "Keep going, Dad. The entire world needs to hear Travis's love letter." Ed ignored the teasing and continued reading. "I didn't know whether I should step into your world. I was afraid that if you were only the Taylor everyone saw on television, I would never find the real you. I was afraid of everything becoming superficial. I was afraid my name would end up attached to headlines that had nothing to do with football. But then I became even more afraid. I was afraid that if I didn't take the chance, I would spend the rest of my life wondering one thing. What if I had been brave enough that day?" Taylor lowered her gaze. Her eyes were beginning to glisten. Those early days suddenly felt incredibly close. She remembered the uncertainty, the questions, and the private doubts she had carried too. In her own way, she had been standing on the other side of that same emotional line. Ed continued, "That's why I wrote this letter. I wrote it in case you ever actually became part of my life, and I still couldn't find the courage to say these things out loud. I wanted to preserve who I was before Taylor, so that someday, if I'm lucky enough, I can hand you these pages and say, this is who I was before I knew what would happen to us. This is the moment when I was brave enough to love you on paper, even though I wasn't yet brave enough to say it to your face." The recording studio fell completely silent. Even the hum of the air conditioner seemed distant. The teasing had disappeared. The laughter was gone. There was only Ed's voice and the words Travis had once written privately, long before he knew whether Taylor would ever become part of his life. Ed finally paused. Then he looked over his glasses toward Taylor. "Are you okay, Taylor?" he asked gently. She smiled, but tears had gathered at the corners of her eyes. "I'm okay," she whispered. "It's just, I've never heard him talk about those days like this before." Travis turned toward her and gently placed a hand on the back of her chair. He didn't need to say anything. The gesture said enough. "I'll keep reading," Ed said softly. Then he lowered his eyes back to the page and continued.